Hey my friends, it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar with a pick a card reading for you. In this reading, we are going to be looking at your person's current feelings for you. Of course, this is timeless, so it doesn't have to be at this moment, right now. It's whenever you watch it, when you feel drawn to it, especially if you're feeling drawn to a certain pile here. It could give you some answers into your person's feelings. People's feelings are ever changing. We're like the tides. We go in and out, and we have all kinds of different feelings. So, just know that sometimes the answers could just be a current moment type of situation. It could be overall. It just depends. Apply it. And if you feel like a pile isn't resonating with you or doesn't make sense, then maybe you haven't chosen a pile that's for you. And anyways, so that's with that being said, we have, as I said, 5 piles. On pile number 1 we have Rainbow Moonstone. On pile number 2 we have Bumblebee Jasper. On pile number 3 we have Lepidolite. Pile number 4 Vesuvinite. And pile number 5 we have Tree Agate. So those are the stones, because I know some of you like to know which stone's on what. I didn't use stones in the last reading, but I thought I'd introduce them again in this reading. So I want to say a few things here, and this is just going to be a side. So, of course, timestamps are down below. Use your intuition. You know the deal. Now, for those of you that like to listen to my personal stuff, here we go. Sorry, I've been very, very busy. I haven't been very good at messaging people back. I've been going through some personal issues, but I do go to therapy tomorrow. It's going to be my first appointment. Yay. And I'm really behind on a lot of things. I lost my mailbox key, so I have some thank yous, guys, for you. I've had some mail. I lost the mailbox key. So in UPS, when I get things off my Amazon wish list, I never know when they're going to put it in the mailbox. Which is like a locked mailbox, for the whole neighborhood, because I live in a kind of a rural area, or if it'll deliver it to the door. This was delivered to the door right here yesterday, actually, last night. I'm not using it in this reading yet. I haven't even got to play with it because I was so busy yesterday. But the Akashic Tarot, and it's from Chrissy. Thank you, Chrissy. You're amazing. And then I have 2 anonymous packages. I think I might know who this is from. I need to message her. But this was in my mailbox, and it didn't have a note in it. But the Goddess Love Oracle, thank you so much to whoever got this. I'm gonna try to find out who you are. I think I know you on Instagram, so we'll find out. And then I received this icon, and it was on my personal wish list, actually, and I want to say thank you to whoever got this for me. Again, it came without a note, so if you got this for me, please get in touch with me. But this means really a lot to me. It's actually, I have a story for you, whoever got this, because it came at a good moment. And I'll open up to whoever got that for me. But thank you so much, and I want to, thank you guys just for all your support and your generosity, your kindness, and likes and commenting, just so much. I'm sorry I haven't been totally in control of myself lately. That Mercury retrograde wasn't exactly beneficial to my chart. It was in my 7th house, which was squaring my Mars, and it was sextiling my Aries, obviously. But it's been kind of bleh. It was kind of, at least it wasn't as bad as the last Mercury retrograde, because that one was all in my 3rd house, well, my 4th to the 3rd, and I had issues with my family, and then my car troubles. I spent over $1,000 trying to fix my stupid car. No car troubles this time. It's been more like relationship stuff. But I actually had some good stuff from the previous retrograde got fixed right at the beginning of this retrograde, so that was nice. Family issues got resolved. There were apologies and stuff, which I thought was so fascinating, because it was like the beginning of the previous retrograde had a family issue, and then it was literally solved at the beginning of this retrograde. But anyways, I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for listening to me, if you're still listening. And wishing you always the very, very best, and I'll see you all in your reading. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 1 here with this Rainbow Moonstone, this is going to be your reading. So let's set that off to the side. I'm going to cleanse the area a little bit. If you want to know what this is, it's Florida water. I use it to cleanse all the time. It's my main thing. Okay, let's see here. This was not reversed. I just got like that. Let's see what's going on with your person. How do they feel about you currently? Definitely something about relationship commitment is going to be prevalent here. It could be that you guys have some sort of commitment. I think that one thing I would say that this person feels some sort of long-term future, somehow union in terms of like a, like a permanent union, or well, hopefully, wedding would imply a permanent union. Doesn't usually, but anyways, there's definitely this energy towards longevity in terms of this person's feelings towards you. That is highlighted too by the King of Wands. I could tell you that the person on your mind definitely feels a strong magnetic attraction. You definitely kind of light some sort of fire in them where they want to act on some sort of passion. The thing about the Kings, though, is that they do have a bit more maturity to them, so they can control the urges a little bit better, and there's usually a little bit more responsibility when it comes to their urges and their desires, right? It's a little bit more focused and filled with well, I would say better intentions, especially with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a very sweet, kind card. There are a lot of loving feelings on this person's side. There could be, especially for those of you that are out of contact, there could be a lot of nostalgia going through this person at this time about the connection. If there is. Not all of you maybe are out of contact with this person. This can signify, the Six of Cups can signify a very touching kind of connection, like where it's just like you get each other on a heart level. Sometimes it implies a lot of innocence. So I would say that, the person's feelings are well intentioned. So if they're acting kind of weird, maybe for some of you that would say that, this person has very good intentions. The Six of Cups also can be recognizing another soul, that's important to you. So like a soulmate type of connection. And so maybe there is something that's kind of drawing you to this person. That like there's like some sort of a connection where you feel like this is the one, or in this person I would say that they feel like you're the one. I definitely see a lot of like sexual energy though in the King of Wands, so a lot of attraction and desire to make action happen. This card here with the feeling alone, there could be a situation in which there's lack of contact, or you guys are at separate places, like you're at a distance from each other, and there could be a lot of loneliness. I do feel like in some way maybe this person feels like you could complete them, and I don't know, I really do get a lonely sense from this person, because look at, we have this card and this card. They might be a bit lonely. In some ways they might have felt like they've kind of shut themselves off. You see, that saying came to my mind, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And it feels like maybe this person, maybe it's in their life in general, or maybe when it comes to your connection, it might be that this person's felt like they've kind of got themselves on like a rough spot. You can see the blood here on the stairs, implying that, there's a lot of damage, that took them to get to the place of loneliness. You know what I mean? And of this kind of like sad spot. I think that this person could be going through a little bit of depression. There might be also this desire to kind of fix things. I don't know if it's between the two of you or if it's just this person. This is a general reading, so we have to like kind of, apply it to the situation. But I do think that you're dealing with somebody who's quite lonely at this time, especially if they're far apart from you. And when I said the road to hell is paved with good intentions, maybe this is a person who sacrifices a lot for others, to the expense of themselves, or they have in the past. For some of you, that could show up as a blockage in terms of getting closer to you, because there might be a fear. But there's definitely something in this person's life where they're feeling really out of sorts and very much alone. I do feel like in some ways, for some of you, it might be that you bring a healing presence to this person, especially like if you're in contact and there's nothing going on, it's not like a lack of contact. Maybe you're just at a distance, or maybe this person just kind of goes quiet. I would say that there's certainly this energy of you bringing like a light to them in their life, like cheering them up or helping them. And maybe for some of you, there is some sort of support here in terms of rebuilding. We also have this card. It says radical honesty, and it says to believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. Well, wow, that's pretty deep, right? To believe in the facade. So some people, in your person's case, there could be this sort of trying to keep up a facade, not accepting their true feelings, as an example, right? And it doesn't have to be in regards to you. It could be in regards to like maybe what they're going through currently. And when we believe in a facade, we do alienate people, because we're not really being authentic to who we are or what we want, right? And oftentimes when we're, living a facade, we're denying or rejecting what we really truly want, right? So there might be some sort of aspect to that, to this person. Maybe it's something they're kind of doing in their life, but the armor implies that this person probably has a little bit of boundaries up, in some kind of way. Maybe they feel like they have to be like that. Now, your song is If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys. I thought this was a funny song to come up because although I do love Alicia Keys, like I don't think I've ever had one of her songs show up on my shuffle before. So that was pretty, it's sometimes when I have my shuffle on, like, of course there are songs that come on a lot for me, but when they are not songs that I listen to very often, or they never show up, I always take that as like something very confirming to me. So If I Ain't Got You, this song is about somebody who doesn't need riches, gold, money, all these like, material things. It's somebody who really just craves the person as they are. And so if there are any insecurities on your part about this person wanting you for your physical aspects, or your financial aspects, or who you are, or your earthly kind of possessions, this is telling you that this person doesn't value those things. What's interesting also is the other song. So I decided to do 2 songs. I originally actually just did 1 song for every group, and then I was like, no, I'm going to do a second song because it would be fun. I'll write it on the back, and we'll see if the songs are comparable, or if there's some sort of theme that pops up. The other song we have is Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. Now, that's interesting because, again, that could be that this person can't find you and anybody else, right? The lyrics, I mean, maybe these songs can mean something to you. Like maybe for some of you, I know that I'll get comments and they'll be like, oh my God, I was just listening to that song and thinking about that person, or that person sent me this song. It can show up like that. And sometimes it's something in the lyrics that will really speak to you. But I think that this person, they really do think of you as the one. And there's a lot of wishing and hoping, I think. This person could literally kind of like look at the moon and wonder if you're like looking at it too, that kind of cheesy stuff. But there's something very sweet and soulmatey about this group. But I think that there is a lot of like healing that needs to be done. I'm not sure on your person's part. Maybe it's between the connection. Maybe it's you. You know what I mean? All the energies can kind of melt into each other depending. So let's see here. We're going to get some charms. Oh my God, we got a lot of zodiac charms, didn't we? Let me get the little leaf. Okay, let's see what's up. Oh, wow. Okay, there is something here about marriage. Look at that. For some of you, there's something about marriage here because we have Father of the Bride charm. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there we go. Father of the Bride charm. So, yeah. Interesting. Here we have a yellow heart. When I think of the yellow heart, I really I see like some sort of like very like kind of, it's not like the passionate love. It reminds me of very much, not to say that the person, because the person I think is probably passionate about you, if that makes sense to your situation, but it reminds me of very like innocent, sweet, like kind of sunshiny, I want everything for the best for you kind of love, like a friend love. We also have love here with the, like struck in the heart. So definitely this person's felt struck in the heart by you. Let's see what we've got here. We've got this heart with tulips. It's funny. This is not how I would normally interpret this, but I was just talking about the angles in astrology and how important they are and the reason why they're important. And I was actually using the metaphor of like a flower. And I'm gonna make something about that so people can understand the angles more. But it just came to me well, actually I was using a tree before, and then I thought a flower makes so much more sense. In terms of like showing how important the angles are, because like if you think about like the ascendant versus the descendant, these are like the leaves of the flower, and then the IC and the MC are the stem and the blossom, right? The MC is what we want to be. We want to bloom. And it's what everyone looks at when they look at a flower, right? They look at the bloom and the head of the flower. And when you think about the energies, when you have like, a fixed sign on the ascendant, like I do, Leo, you have this kind of squaring energy. And that's what life gives us, is challenges through other people. Other people, often in our experiences with them, shape who we are. And that's how we receive our nutrients to kind of, grow and stuff like that. So maybe for some of you, there's some sort of symbology here. And maybe there's also some sort of strong angular connections in your chart. And it can be any angle significant. I've seen it many times. So it's not only the ascendant and descendant in relationships, it can also be the IC and the MC. Anyways, okay, sorry. But that just came to my mind. It was kind of weird. Okay, we have Aquarius, Cancer, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Gemini. Okay, so these are the signs. Oh, and Virgo, sorry. So we have a lot of different signs showing up here. This could tell me, maybe in some, you have like, synastry in like, the 11th house, for instance, or the 4th, or the 9th, or the 8th, or the 3rd, or the 6th, there could be some sort of synastry overlays there. There also could be signs, of this person. They might be significant. Of course, Aquarius represents friendship groups. I think of online relationships, people that are in like kind of like a mass communication sort of, like I said, organizations, people who do that kind of stuff. Usually it can be like friendship groups, though. Oftentimes the Cancer card could talk about home and family. Not the card, sorry, the charm, Cancer charm. It can talk about home and family. So again, there could be like a strong familial connection, or maybe there's a lot of opening up about family, or a lot of family issues. The 9th house can represent foreign places and travel and spirituality. So again, this could indicate like maybe a distance, as an example, or somebody's foreign. We also have Scorpio, so there's a lot of depth. There can be a lot of sexual passion, a lot of secrets, a lot of psychological undercurrents that need to be healed as well. And then we have Gemini, so there's a lot of talking. And perhaps, and the Virgo can talk about our health and our daily routine. Okay. We also have this padlock with a heart on there. So maybe there's still some things to be unlocked in this connection. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see a key anywhere, and it's without a key. So I think that there's still a lot to be I think there's still a lot to be discovered in this connection, possibly. We also have the elephant and the dolphin. Elephants and dolphins, I think, are like two of the sweetest animals. Elephants are very loyal, and there's a strong family connection. I think that kind of talks about longevity. Elephants live a long time, but also there's like this strong sort of sense of community. And I think that for many of you, this is just implying that this person wants to be a long-term part of your life. The dolphin reminds you of somebody who wants to make you happy, who is cheerful, who's nice, there's just something very playful as well. So there might be a lot of playing together. This person wants to play with you or something like that. We also have the tennis racket. So I always think of the tennis racket and I see kind of like back and forth energy, like a mutual effect, especially in terms of conversation. We also have this heart here. So of course, again, implying like a lot of love energy. And then we have the leaf here. So again, the leaf always reminds me of how we turn over new leaves. So this person there's something about turning over a new leaf involved in the connection. So it could be that this person wants to turn over a new leaf with you, or they need to turn over some new leaves in their life. There's something significant about it, for sure. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you guys that chose group number 1. This is how your person's currently feeling. I would say a lot of passion, a lot of love, or potential. Oh, we have the turtle. So they might be a bit slow to open up. Maybe they're a little bit protective of themselves at this time. But again, longevity. Turtles live a very long life. Huh, interesting. I've never picked that up from charms before. But yeah, It's like a love that will never grow old. That song came to my head as well. What's from Brokeback Mountain? Who sings it? Emmylou Harris. There we go. A love that will never grow old. Anyways, oh, that's such a sweet song. Okay, I'm gonna go now. But anyways, I hope this helped you. Let me know in the comments below if you felt like this, you know, helped you understand the person on your mind, or if it resonates with you. And I'm sending you, oh wait, hold up. Let's get some messages from them. I didn't even do this part. Let's do that. What would group number one's person want to say to them? Let's get a few messages. Sorry about that. I completely forgot. Completely. Woo! I'm not ready. And it's not over. So, again, it might be that this person's not really ready to take things further at this time, but they're not letting it go either. There's clearly something that they're not ready for quite yet. I spy on you. You might check out your social media if you have it, or try to find out what you're up to. They might often check to see if you're active or something like that, if you have that ability. I didn't mean to hurt you, so maybe if this person has hurt you in the past, there's an apology for that. You bring out the best and the worst in me. That's interesting. So maybe this person feels so good around you, but at the same time feels bad. Sometimes that can happen. We feel like so, well, that's synastry for you. Probably some plutonic synastry. But yeah, sometimes it's like people can bring out the best of you, out of you, but then there's some people that just like somehow push something primal inside you. But that can be a good learning lesson for people. When someone pushes like some button in you, like it brings out possessiveness, because every relationship is different, and that's why synastry is so important, because we have lessons with everybody, different karmas to work out within ourselves, maybe with them, and many people often run away from these connections. but the problem is that with synastry, you still have two to tango, so you can't just like always make it so that both of you heal. But that's ideally would be the benefit of such a interaction. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Soulmate. I told ya. Told ya. This person feels like you're a soulmate. Please give me time, I'm trying. So this person doesn't want you to give up on them. If they're acting a little bit difficult, a little bit distant, they don't want to give up. Yeah. One more. Okay, we got it. I got that song, You Got It, by Roy Orbison. Every time I look into your loving eyes, I see it. That money just can't buy. Oh my God, that's like that Ain't It If I Ain't Got You. One look from you, I drift away. Okay, sorry. Can we just be friends? So maybe, again, this person's wanting a friendship for now, for some of you. Maybe it's because they're still kind of healing from something. And I've been keeping my eye on you. So a lot of spying here. This person can't stop looking at you. But again, it seems like maybe they're not. It's like, I think one of the things I really want to tell you guys is I think for many of you, if you want to know if this person has like long-term intentions for you, they do. Or they want to, but they might just not be ready because of current circumstances in their life at the moment to kind of pursue anything more than that friendship. And that might be because maybe, well, maybe some of them are in a relationship, or they have some other kind of stuff going on in their life that doesn't really help facilitate, coming together. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you guys think of the reading, and I'm sending you all so much love. Take care and smile. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you've chosen group number 2 here with this Bumblebee Jasper, one of my favorite stones, I don't often use it because my friend Snow City Tarot, my best friend, you guys know, for some of you, she's like, if you use yellow stones, then they're just going to pick this pile. So if you just chose it because you think the color is pretty, maybe go look again. But I'm like, I don't care, I want to use it today anyways. Okay, let's see what we've got going on here in terms of your person's feelings for you. Okay. There's definitely some sort of truth on their mind or desire to have a conversation about something. That's one thing I'm picking up right away. One second, let me cleanse my area. I forgot to do that between now and the last pile. Okay, so we have a few things here. This is an interesting pile. I want to look at your songs. I do not know this song, unfortunately, very well. And it's called Love is Madness by 30 Seconds to Mars, featuring Halsey, I think. Halsey? I don't know. I think I've seen her name around, but I don't really listen to that kind of music that much. And then we have Slow Dancing in a Burning Room by John Mayer. So either song could, like, kind of make you perk your eyes up and you're like, oh, what? Maybe it's, something that you've listened to when you think about this person. Maybe they've sent you this song, or again, the lyrics can imply something that tells you more about their feelings. Now, the Love is Madness, I did take a peek at the lyrics a little bit when it came up, and it did seem kind of like it describes a connection that's difficult. Kind of obsessive. It kind of honestly seemed like a Pluto song. I should look at who wrote it and see if they have any Pluto in their chart. Okay, Slow Dancing in a Burning Room now. I am familiar with that song. So, there could be, like with this song in particular, Slow Dancing in a Burning Room, sometimes that can, it could imply that maybe this person feels like things are doomed a little bit. There might want to be some sort of discussion about how to fix things at this moment. And again, when we look at feelings, this can be their current feelings. You could come back in 2 days and get a different pile possibly, okay? Because like I said, and I do this often, I say it often in personal readings, we're often picking up the energy of the person at the moment, and sometimes they're in weird moods, you know what I mean? So it just depends. Really, Umka? Shh. My dog's like, protective. Yes, my little protector. Okay. But with the Justice and Ace of Swords, we do have a lot of air energy, which is about communication. And I think that this person perhaps wants to maybe get to know you, to strike some sort of conversation with you. There's some sort of balance desired here, certainly there with the Justice card. You know what's weird is we have this dedicated effort, and I think that there's some sort of work that needs to be done in this connection. I don't know if it's on your part, their part, maybe it's both your parts, like there just needs to be a lot of steps taken. I think this person wants to help you with something, possibly. This also could be somebody who shows they care through acts of service, like doing things for you. Like maybe that's how they show their love, by doing favors or doing something nice. I'm just picking that up. With assistance assistance with access, it says it is necessary to ask for and accept help in order to receive it. Very interesting. Now this could be a message for you. If you want this person to respond to you, you might have to, take that action towards them, in which you ask for help or you ask them what they're really thinking. I wonder if that's like for some of you. This person might want to ask you for help too, or maybe they rely on you for help in some kind of way. What's interesting is we have the snake, and it says competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. There could be some fear about another woman, or another person in the connection possibly. It's interesting because I see the 3 here. And I wondered about that for some of you with just looking at this card, and then I saw over there. But there could be a guardedness around this person. Maybe this person is a little bit, has a hard time opening up. With the snake here, it could talk about somebody who's feeling cautious because maybe they've experienced a lot of venom, in the past from other people. And that might affect, of course, oftentimes our current relationships really affect us, right? It's funny, I was just talking about it in group number 1, but I had this, thought today about the angles in astrology and how to explain them properly. And if you think of like a flower, we have a stem, right? Which is like the IC and the MC. You know, this the IC, and then that MC is like our outer self, and then the IC is our inner self, and then we have the two like leaves, right, which are our ascendant and descendant, and that's kind of how we get our nutrients and how we grow bigger, right? It's because other people, our parents, our family, our friends, our school, our classmates, or whatever, you know, everybody, especially those that have planets near these angles or touching these angles in aspect, are going to affect our growth and who we are. And essentially, we want to be the MC. We want to have a beautiful blossom. But sometimes that's inhibited by, you know, the IC. It could be our roots, our family, our childhood, and stuff like that. And then as we grow, we start to grow up to other people, and then other people impact us. And so maybe there's a little bit of fear there that, you know, to open up to you. Because that's the thing. Somebody with a healthy IC can present themselves to the world in a way that's healthy, especially if they get that support from people, you know what I mean? And they get that kind of connection, and they draw in the right people to kind of give them the nutrients to grow and grow that, you know. But that's why we always got to be careful, you know, with synastry and who we're letting in our life, and what their planets are looking like and in their natal chart, and how they're affecting ours, and, you know, if they're going to be beneficial or detrimental to us. But and growth has a lot to do with that too, but because of course we can grow out of our bad aspects for sure, but because we'll realize, oh, that shit doesn't work. But anyways, it just reminds me of that. Maybe this person hasn't had, you know, the best nutrients in some ways, and maybe there's a dry period, like a dryness in them. Like, I look at this card and it's cracked, but there's still like, I feel like this person, if they're a bit dry personality, or if they're kind of closed off, or if they seem kind of like rigid, or there's just something that kind of appears on the surface about them that's maybe hard to get to know. Again, I do think that this person has a lot of emotions, and they're working on themselves. Like, it's kind of like working. If this is somebody you're kind of getting to know, you're having an impact. But there might be some sort of pessimism in them, because the songs are both kind of a little bit pessimistic. So even if you guys haven't had problems, right, because everyone's going to have a different story here. Some people know this person for years and they're asking about, and then of course other people might not. But there could be, like I said, a pessimism. Again, they could be going through some endings in their life as well, you know, in their own world. But there's definitely, I think you've struck a chord in this person. They have a lot of thoughts that they want to share with you. Maybe they're not the best at sharing everything. But I see somebody who sees partnership in you, possibly, with the Justice card. You know what? I'm feeling drawn to read from my book here. I do this sometimes. I do it in personal readings sometimes just because it's a wonderful book. If you ever want this, it's on Amazon, but it's out of print. This is from the 90s. It can get expensive, but usually it's not too bad. But the book is worth it. I don't like the deck, but I love the book. Well, you can see it's fairly used. It's old. Okay, so we have Justice, right? I want to read about this. It says, your partner, as symbolized by Justice, is someone who can help you learn the art of thinking, who is able to show you how to analyze, plan, and direct your life, thus helping you to take control of things. This is also someone who organizes time effectively and so achieves not only balance but harmony. He or she is likely to be ambitious, but rarely falls into the trap of becoming a workaholic. Ambition is not based on some deep emotional need or desire to prove something. This person simply enjoys using his or her first-class brain and is unafraid of responsibility. Typical careers linked to this card include law, particularly corporate law, accountancy, computing, negotiating of all types, stockbroking, and finance. This individual is a quiet romantic who delights in intimate dinners, pretty places, and peaceful holidays together. A thoughtful person who sends little cards or leaves amusing messages for you to let you know you are cared for. He or she is generous without being extravagant, giving you gifts which you might have chosen for yourself. Usually career-oriented, your person may lack spontaneity, for spare time is scarce, but this is compensated by planning ahead, as he or she knows how important it is for you to spend time together. So it's funny because that's actually confirming some of the stuff I was actually saying. Yeah, like I said, somebody they are very, I feel like this person's a brainiac a little bit. They are on the brainier side, but they actually do have a lot of emotion to them. It just might not come out on the surface right away. I'm wondering for some of you if this person has like a strong air quality in their chart, and then maybe there is some water there, but it's just kind of like a little bit, you know what I mean? Like maybe like a water Mercury, but like everything else is in air or something, you know. It doesn't have to be, don't make it apply. It's still just describing the type of person. And we can have that in different ways. We could have planets in air houses and water houses as an example. It doesn't have to be, you know, a Gemini Sun and a Scorpio Mercury, you know, or whatever. It can be other things too. And aspects have a huge deal too, you know, like Mercury, Moon, like I have that one, the conjunction. Okay, so, what was I going to say? Yeah, so this is somebody, you remember what I said about the acts of service? Like, this is somebody who's going to show you that they love you, not maybe through words always, but by their actions. See, that's actually how I am myself, and sometimes I get pissed off when when people don't recognize it. I'll be like, how can you, like, not appreciate what I'm doing? Because that's how I show my love, is by doing nice things for people or trying to be kind. And not everybody, some people, they want, you know, the I love yous and all that other stuff. And not that I don't say these things. In fact, I've accidentally said it to customer service before, but you know what I mean? But it is more, I am more the type of person to show my affection and love through like what I do for people. You know what I mean? And I think this is kind of the person there. I think this is a person who really wants to help impact your life in some way as well. But there's something here about opening up that's a little bit blocked at the moment. Maybe there's some sort of blockages here, like with the snake here. I don't know. There's something going on here. But I feel like I can't quite pick it up. And it maybe is because, of course, there are so many different people here watching with different situations. But there is something. Again, it may be that they don't feel like it's fair or right in some way. Maybe there's an ethics question. Like, you know, a question of ethics. Whether it's ethical or right, or if it's balanced or it's good. But let's see. I want to see what your person would want to tell you right now. And remember, this is current energy. Like I said, you guys can come back in like a few days and it could be different. So Spirit Guides and Angels, those that chose group number 2, what does your person want to say to them? What would they want to say? I feel like it's all my fault. So this could be somebody who takes a lot of burden on themselves for things. Again, that could cause somebody to overthink things as well. Maybe there's a desire to kind of talk about how something's their fault. I need a break. I have a hard time opening up. Again, that's kind of confirming what I already thought. Give me time. I want to wake up beside you. Oh God, what's that song? Put your arms around me, 'cause what you feel is what you are, and what you are is beautiful. Na na. Yeah. I want to wake up where you are. Goo Goo Dolls Slide, I think is the name. Yeah, right? Tell me if I'm right. I listen to them sometimes. Actually, I was listening. No, that was Matchbox 20. Never mind. So please give me time. I'm trying. It's funny, these similar cards coming out, like group number 1 a little bit. A lot about timing, needing more time. I don't know if this person has a whole lot to give right now. In terms of, I'm trying to let go. Maybe they're just going through a lot in their life, where they're trying to let go of certain things. It doesn't have to be trying to let go of you, okay? So don't get fearful, especially if you guys have a decent connection. Don't worry. It could be that they're trying to let go of other things in their life. We have Let's Cuddle. Oh, they want to cuddle you. Oh my God, I got that song Bubble Toes in my head by Jack Johnson. What is that song all about? It's like, your eyes are as big as your bubbly toes. Like, what? What are bubbly toes? Like, someone tell me. Am I, like, missing a reference? One more. One more. Let me get some. Oh, okay, 2 more. If you really knew me, you'd reject me. and I didn't mean to hurt you. There's something about like hurting your feelings. Like if this person has hurt you, I think that they feel really regretful about that, okay? If they know that they hurt your feelings. There's also a lot of insecurity here because this person feels like if they really opened up, you wouldn't like what you saw. Or there's something about this person, like they have some stuff inside of them that they're afraid that you wouldn't like. I think a lot of people feel like that, or at least I always did, but I often felt like if people really knew me, or even if they say something nice about me, I'm like, you don't even know me. I'm a horrible person. But that's like probably my Pluto on my IC and opposing my sun. But yeah, I don't know. So maybe it's not as normal as I think it is, but I don't know. Fist bump if you feel like that. It's not healthy. We need to stop. Okay, let's see. Group number 2. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, we have a tiny little baby charm that says love. Oh, cute. We have the dolphin coming out again in this group, by the way. So the dolphin represents like playfulness, I think, and kind of like a cheerfulness. Let's see. We've got moon. A moon here. So again, there could be some sort of connection there to the moon. Maybe some of you like to talk about astrology, or there's some kind of moon contacts in your synastry. Possibly. We have made with love. That's another thing. I think that this person, they do these actions. This person's going to show you that they love you through actions. Or how that they care about you. They could even make you something, literally. Oh my god, here's the evil charm that can stab me in the finger. I need to find a back for this. We have a wolf. So I think of wolves as pack animals, right? So that could mean that you are in a group with this person, or you guys kind of hang out in the same group. It doesn't have to be, though, because also we have that saying, you know, the lone wolf. So again, it could be that this person's a little bit of a loner in a lot of ways. Or they kind of stand out from the pack as an example. It could be like somebody who has people around them, but they're not really close to anyone. That could be a thing, if it resonates. We have Aquarius, Leo, and Pisces showing up here in the charms for the signs. So signs could be, you know, representing zodiac signs that, you know, are associated with you. And we also have Cancer here, too, with the little crab. Crab, again, this person could have a hard shell, you know, a little bit crabby. Hard to get to know. But Pisces, I would definitely say this person's a very, very sensitive soul. Even if they don't always seem like it. I mean, if you don't always see it. Especially because we have Aquarius. And Aquarius sometimes can come off as cold and unfeeling. And they're not. Yeah, I've known some Aquariuses that didn't like physical touch a whole lot. Actually, they're Aquarius, Capricorn strong. My husband is an Aquarius. He loves physical touch, but he has a Pisces, Mars, and Venus conjunct. So that's a little bit different. But you know what I mean? But there is sort of an equality. I love Aquariuses, by the way. There's also an opposing energy here with a Leo and Aquarius, right? So these oppose each other. So, but they each have something to offer, right? This Leo is about the individual, and then Aquarius is about the group. So there's something here about groups versus individuality. I'm not sure like how that might tie in, but it does seem like some sort of theme here. Again, one might be more warm, and the other one might be a little bit more cold, you know? It doesn't have to mean that they're cold-hearted. It just might mean that they don't know how to always open up if there's something to kind of break into. There's also, like, there is something about this person, though, I think that is admirable, but still quiet. There's a lot of hidden energy. We have, like, water houses there with the Pisces and the Cancer, so it's like 4th and 12th house. It's kind of inward houses. A lot of stuff going on the inside of this person, and maybe the inner part of their life. We also have the peace, so maybe this is a person who prefers peace. Some people, especially Pisces in particular, not Pisces always, but like 12th house placements or Neptune, can make somebody who chooses peace a lot. Even if it's kind of at the detriment to themselves at times. We have Rapunzel here, so this could be a dreamer. Again, there's a loner type of vibe. Rapunzel's locked in a tower, so she's kind of feeling trapped and stuff like that. And she has big dreams that she wants to achieve. So again, this person could have a lot of dreams. They could be a little bit trapped in some aspect of their life. We have 2 cherries here, so that always makes me think of a pair, a good pair. Let's see what else. We have Emma, and what is this? Alice in Wonderland, and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Well, when I think of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, I think of somebody a bit quirky and funny, a little bit different. Again, there might be a love of that story, or of literature in general. We also have the book Emma by Jane Austen showing up here, that charm. So again, there could be like something kind of cheerful. I like Emma, but sometimes Emma's well-intentioned, but her plans backfire. So maybe there's like, you know, some of that. We also have this frame that's empty. This is an interesting charm. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's supposed to fit a picture in there. Possibly. I'm not sure exactly. But it's like an empty frame. So there's no picture here. Maybe this means that some of you, this person wants to build some sort of memory with you. Or maybe there's something about the past that they're trying to remove, to clear out, to make room for something new. We have the key, which makes me think of somebody, you have like a key to them, like you hold a key, it's significant. In the Norman, keys represent something significant, something very changing, something very important, right? You know, if you got like the key in the letter, it could be an important document or important communication. And the key here tells me that there's something significant here in terms of this person's perhaps growth. We have as well this heart with wings, so maybe there's a lot of love, maybe it's a bit of a free spirit. We have a euro cent. It's 1 cent. So that could mean something to somebody. And then we have the Shakespeare quote that says, "And every fair from fair sometimes declines." We have a flower here. Funny about my analogy about the angles and flowers. So, and then we have the paw print. So again, animals could be important here. I also think of the paw print, like a dog print, as very loyal, like a friendship. And then we have, of course, Jack here. That could be significant to some of you. Some of you might like Nightmare Before Christmas, or maybe they do, or maybe this person reminds you of Jack, or there's some kind of aspect here. High achiever he is, right? He wants to achieve something. So maybe that's something significant about the person. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing, guys, that for those of you that chose group number 2. I really hope this helps you understand the person on your mind at this moment, and I'm sending you guys lots of love. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hey friends, if you chose group number 3 here, let's find out how your person's feeling about you currently. So this is the Lapita light. We'll just put this off to the side here and get started. So this is an interesting pile here, this group. We have the 5 of Pentacles and the Justice card for the tarot, as well as Darkest Fears here. I think that this person that is on your mind has some issues. Just gonna say that right away. I'm not sure whether this could be connected to the both of you. Hold on, let me cleanse my area real quick. I forgot. Okay. There is a lot of insecurity on this person. In this person, sorry. I would say that there's a lot of insecurity when it comes to you. They could feel rejected, or there could be that fear of rejection. This might make the person seem cold and indifferent. If this person seems like that, and you're like, I don't even think that they care, or I don't think they care too much, I think this is a person who has a lot of stuff going on underneath the surface. Because the 9 of Swords, well, I would say that this person has a lot of anxious thoughts when it comes to you. There's a lot of different things kind of going on in their head. There might be a lot of cycles that they're going through currently, but I also kind of get like a cycle of feelings, like emotions. I'm wondering if for some of you this person kind of opens up, closes off, opens up, closes off, or something along those lines. There's also a sense of like doom in them, I think. Not doom, but like doom and gloom. Like the type of person who maybe has a little bit of a pessimistic outlook. Even if they don't share that with you, I think that this person has been through a lot of different things in their life. They might have a lot of responsibilities as well right now. They might be feeling burdened by life. They could be feeling as if they don't have enough of something. It doesn't have to be. Five of Pentacles can talk about like a lack of resources. It doesn't have to be that though, necessarily, like I mean physical, monetary resources. It could be that they're just not in the best place at this moment. So even if they act, like I said, one way, I would say that there's a lot more under the surface. The other thing too is that this person might be trying to balance out triggers in their life in general. Maybe they've felt very triggered lately by certain things, and they're trying to sort of heal from that. We have healing heart, so it says healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. So it could be that this person is kind of purging something in their life, or they're going through something that implies that they're not in the best place of their life right now. They might be kind of going through some sort of, dark night, of the soul type of situation, or a situation in which they're not feeling their best. I think that we could see maybe somebody who really puts on a calm facade. Somebody who seems like they have everything together, but like I said, below the surface, things aren't as they seem. They might be lacking in a lot of areas. Not only, it may be just their overall general life, but also in their mind. So I would say this is a person who's really going through a lot. We have forgiveness here too, and it says hurt blocks our light. So there could be a lot of hurt that they're dealing with. I'm not sure if it's coming from you. Possibly not. But the thing is that when people are going through something, it generally can affect, how they're treating other people, how they're acting around other people. You know what I'm saying? But this is definitely someone who feels worn and tired. And they might pick up the slack for a lot of other people. This might be a person who gives a lot to even the wrong people sometimes. The song you guys have is interesting. It says Mayonnaise by Smashing Pumpkins. That's one of my favorite songs. But I thought that was kind of weird that came out. One of the lyrics, I guess my favorite one is Run Away With Me Tomorrow, June. That part. So it could be this person wants to kind of run away from their life in general, but there might be a lot of things kind of going on in this person's life. It's not the happiest song here, by the Smashing Pumpkins. So again, it could be that they're kind of feeling a bit burdened or down at the moment. We also have Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf. Now, what's interesting, this is like a 60s song. I know, sometimes these show my weird taste. Although I don't actually, when I use my shuffle, I usually use the one that is more geared towards anything, not just what I like, or what I listen to, because previous piles have had songs I don't even know. But Mayonnaise is one I know a lot, and I love to jam to it. But, I took 2 songs this time because I thought, I did the first song, and then I thought, you know what, actually, let's do a second song and then see if there's a correlation between the 2 songs, if there's a theme or something that can kind of point me in a direction. And there's this sort of like wanting to break away type of feeling. I think this is a person who's kind of sick of where they're at in life, is sick of the situation. They might be sick of acting this way with you, as an example. This person may just want to run away with you, as an example, or just kind of break free from something in general. Because both of these songs, like Mayonnaise, I said, talks about, like, there's a part, like, let's run away tomorrow, run away with me tomorrow, right? And forget all the sorrows. And then Born to Be Wild is kind of a similar thing. Like, get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes our way. And it is kind of like this, like, just kind of do whatever. And so maybe this person's just feeling weighed down by life in general at the moment, and they'd want to be freer with you, as an example. I'm going to do what I haven't done for other groups. I want to get a little bit more info. So I'm going to pull some cards for you guys. What are their feelings? Queen of Cups. So this could imply a lot of emotion. sensitive emotion too, a lot of caring, perhaps love, you know, if it resonates. The Six of Cups. I get somebody who shows love through acts of service. Maybe this person gives too much. Like they can't show, like their version of showing love is by giving. This came out in another group too, by the way. I think it was in group 2. But yeah, the moon tells me that this person, they might feel kind of confused about you. There might be some sort of anxiousness when it comes to you. Maybe there's a lot of lack of clarity or not understanding what's really going on. There's definitely an attraction and a passion. There's something driving this person, I think, towards you. Like they are drawn to interact with you, to talk to you, to do something with you. Yeah, and there's feelings. There are romantic feelings here, for sure. There could be an age gap here with the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Maybe one is older than the other. But I feel like this is a person who maybe isn't always clear with you. Perhaps because they are quite confused about themselves at this moment and what they want and who they are and what they're doing. Like I said, we have friendship showing here with the Three of Cups. So for some of you, this might be a friend. But again, the Three of Cups talks about like fun and a good time and stuff. So I think that you bring a lot of joy to this person's life, for sure. Or they feel like you're a very friendly person, feel like you're very nice and kind, like a fun person to be around. Some of you might, the Three of Cups could talk about a third-party situation, but that doesn't have to be if that's not the case. That's funny, actually, that I said that, because then when I said that, I looked up at the Justice card, and the Justice card is about 2 people, and then there's 3, so maybe there's, like, someone else involved or something, or a third issue in the way. And a third issue could be distance, it could be school, it could be living in different areas, it could be a lot of different things. It doesn't always have to be a person. For sure. But I would say that this person has such positive feelings for you. But there is a lot of anxiety. Like I said in the beginning, I was more picking up on their individuality and kind of how they're doing. I don't think it has a lot to do with you, to be honest. I think this is more about their own issues. I think this person wants to tell you something. They think about what to say to you. They might have a lot of nervousness when it comes to breaking the ice with you or talking to you. I feel like sometimes this person wants to just like cut off contact. I don't know if they do that, but if they do that, it might be because they're getting all up in their head. We have the Ten of Cups. I would say that this person really feels drawn to you. The Moon card, I looked at that and that Moon card and when I was looking at the Ten of Cups, so I feel like I need to go back to it a little bit. There might be a confusion about what will make them truly happy in life. I think this person wants to be happy. I think that they see something with you, but there's some sort of anxiety clouding this at the moment anyways. But I would say that there are deep feelings here, for sure, in that possibility. Yeah, there could be a desire for like marriage, home, family together, like a stable relationship. An admiration, perhaps. I think this person admires you quite a lot. Because look she's looking up at him. It doesn't mean that you're like feminine or masculine. It doesn't really matter. But I'm just looking the way she's looking up at him. Kind of like she needs guidance or something. Yeah. And support, perhaps. This is something about like new beginnings and stuff like that. You might be pivotal in this person in terms of like making some fresh starts in their life as well. I might actually ask for some advice for some of you. It may not apply to everyone, so don't take it if it doesn't, but what about advice? Let's do 3 cards, and then you can pick which one. Advice. Okay, so I have 3 cards. Just tune in and see what you get. And we'll do it real quick, like a little mini pick a card and a pick a card. So for group like 1, those that choose the first card here, we have the Six of Swords. So this could be about waiting for the storm to clear, for the storm to pass. This could be about waiting it out, supporting, you know. There's like a mother and a child here, so there might be a nurturing energy you can show this person as they kind of make their way towards calmer waters, right? Because that's what the Six of Swords is about. It's about getting out of the storm and getting into something calmer, like a calmer mental state, as an example. So this might be waiting it out a little bit. Now, of course, if you guys have been waiting for this person for like years, maybe that's not good advice, but that could be moving on from this person if that's the case. But apply it, you know, how it resonates with you. For those of you that chose the second card, we have the Ten of Coins. This could be being a stable feature in this person's life. This could be marrying this person. This could be being family with this person. Support and taking care of this person. Loyalty, stability, longevity, keeping it for a long time. Pentacles are, you know, about that. And then so it's kind of like stick around kind of card. Like, wait for them. But I don't know. That's, again, like I said with the first card, you know, if you've been waiting for them for years, maybe, you know, no. Maybe not. Maybe not a good idea. And then the third, sorry, I said fourth because I saw Four of Wands. Card number 3 is the Four of Wands. And so this could be about dating this person, romancing them. It's kind of like stick with this person. Is what I'm getting for all of you. So I think the majority of you, especially like I said, if this is not an unhealthy relationship that's been dragging on for years of no contact, then I would say like probably stick around this person, support them, be there for them, that kind of thing. Okay. That was different than the other groups. I'm going to take one more card for you guys that's a little bit unique. Hold up. I just need to reach them. I'm going to grab these cards. I didn't grab them for the other groups, so poor other groups. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want to be. When you pass this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories that you shared with those you love. So something about... And then wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So yeah, there is a waiting energy because things have to happen here. Okay, we have 2 more. Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So yeah, there is some passion here. I think there's a lot of attraction in this connection. It's something seductive, but sometimes seductive things can be scary because you don't know if you're getting seduced by, like, you know, something that will hurt you later, you know? So maybe there's like, you know, a bit of that. And then we have a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So this person's probably thinking of you at the moment that I'm saying this. But we also have wait. Like it says, calm down. You know, don't rush this because there's a lot of things that kind of have to happen yet. Like I said, again, waiting. If you've already waited, you know, that's not necessarily good. But freedom, and it says there's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So there's something, I do feel like you guys have some sort of path together. And with freedom, it might be that this person needs to seek freedom, right, from all their stuff. And maybe that's what you're meant to help them with, right? And then we have, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you shared with those you love. I feel like there are definitely memories that you guys are meant to make in this lifetime together. But there's also, with both of these cards, it's almost like, I don't know if this is for a message for you or for this person or for both of you, but like, there might be some baggage that really needs to be let go of, because it's like, it's like almost like resisting happiness, you know? And what you really need or you really want in life. And sometimes we get bogged down by a lot of rules or expectations or things of what we think we should be doing or what we should feel or what we should do and all this other shit. And there's something here about kind of like letting go and just truly being happy. You know what I mean? So that's that. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to get some messages from your person, then we'll do some charms. I'm trying not to get too crazy long on these, but you know how I get rambly. So, what would group 3's person want to say to them? I didn't mean to hurt you. Yeah, sometimes people hurt other people when they're really insecure. Actually, hold up. Let me show you guys something. I have this thing. Did I put, okay, good. I put my phone on airplane mode. I have this, let me just, like, go down, way back down. Where is it at? There's a thing I shared on Instagram a while back. I love the show Northern Exposure. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. And Graham Greene, one of the characters, I don't think he was on it very long. I think he might have been a guest character. Anyways, he said something on there, and it says, low self-esteem is the root cause of practically all the pain and misery in this world. Right? And ain't that the freaking truth? Unfortunately, insecurity and all that kind of stuff really affects our relationships. And I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, this person might act out because they're insecure at times. You know what I mean? And again, sometimes it's not lashing out. It's like not doing something because they're insecure. You know what I mean? Like not saying what they need to say or things like that. They might shut down, you know what I mean, as a result of insecurity, which can also be hurtful. It can make you feel like left out in the cold, as an example, right? Okay, let's see here. What else would Group 3's person want to say? Why can't we have a happy ending? See, this person wants some sort of happy ending with you. Like they want something with you. But I'm not ready. Yeah, they're not ready yet. Maybe they don't feel ready physically or mentally or emotionally. Or maybe there's something kind of holding them back. Your words keep replaying in my head. So this is a person who is thinking, that's funny with the Nine of Swords too. There might be certain things that you've said that kind of like triggered them. Sometimes we say things that we don't even realize. It's like so passive to us. We're like, oh, whatever. And we don't realize, it's so careful. You got to be careful with our words because we never realize how much something little will affect someone. So even if, if you thought they're thinking about these words, they also could just like look back at your chats and like think about what you've said. Some of them might have something that they listen to or read again and again when it comes to you. Like something as well. But like I said, there could be something that you've said that you don't even realize that you've said. I'm a show-off. Now that's an interesting one. So this person's kind of trying to show you maybe a different side of themselves. Maybe they try, their insecurity is that they try to show off and act like they don't care. That's always been one of my things that I had a problem with. Is like, you know, I'm a very emotional person, but like it's... like sometimes I remember even when I was younger, and I do it sometimes still, like have you ever done that, like where you see like a sad scene in a movie and then you want to cry but you're like, I don't care, and then you make fun of it so you won't cry, or then you go to the bathroom and cry? That's me. I do that sometimes. It depends on how close I am to the person and stuff and how I'm feeling. If some things I can share vulnerably and some things I can't. It's weird. I don't know, it's so strange. But yeah, maybe this person kind of like tries to show off or something like that to you. And then we have, I'm going through a lot. So this person obviously, like I said, is going through some things. And they'd want you to kind of know that maybe they're going through a lot of ups and downs, as an example. We have soulmate. That's cute. That came out, I think, in group number 2 as well. So this person definitely thinks of you like a soulmate. It's not over. And I want to wake up beside you. So this person would like to wake up with you. And it's not over, implying that they're not giving up on you. Holy smokes, okay. If you really knew me, you'd reject me. And I fantasize about you. So this person, and we have I love you. Okay, so this person could very much love you. Okay, that's possible. If it's not there yet, don't force that message. It could be that this has a lot of potential for that, you know. The feelings are, you know, able to grow into that. It's like realistic, you know. It could realistically grow into love if it's just liking still or interest. If you really knew me, you'd reject me. Again, insecurity popping out. And that's like why another reason why people show off is because they're like trying to mask, you know, who they really are. In fact, most of the cockiest people I know are the most insecure, in my life anyways. That's been the case. The ones who talk the loudest, who act so tough and like confident, are actually very insecure people, and it's usually a mask that they wear not to show their vulnerability. So again, maybe there's something like that. But even if they're not a show-off, because that might not resonate with everyone, this person has a lot of insecurities. And they feel like if maybe you really knew who they were or saw them or whatever, that you'd reject them. And then we have I fantasize about you. So this person definitely has some fantasies when it comes to you. Let me just ask for that, you guys. I'll ask real quick. What are the... Oh my god, I'm totally going over my time limit. That's okay. What are their biggest fantasies when it comes to number 3? Oh, well, making a romantic gesture, perhaps here with the Knight of Cups, sharing their love, saying something nice, doing something kind for you. Maybe being more open, more vulnerable. Being able to kind of open up more about what's really going on inside of them. Maybe being even tougher at times. Okay. Let's get to the charms. Because I kind of spent, I know this is, I was like, I'm not going to be so long on this group. I'm going to try to tone it down. And then, nope. Nope. Okay, Spirit Guides. Group 3. Oh, I got the song. I got the song. What is it called? It's by Cigarettes After Sex. Oh, damn it. Flash. Flash, Flash. That song. Look it up. I got that from the swan. It says, "Hear the white swan" in the photograph. The swan. I would say that this person, well, first of all, when I see the swan, I think of like grace and beauty. So again, you could feel this way, they could feel that way. There's also a gentleness, I think, to swans. And that's funny because I looked right over here at the cactus when I thought that. And it says you can survive anything. So maybe this is a survivor. This person's a survivor. And again, maybe this is that your connection can survive anything, that you guys have something real going on. There's the bow here, which makes me think of grace and beauty as well. Admiration. My tea leaf cards, you know, use the bow as like you're highly respected or valued, you know. There could be an innocence to this person too. I think of bows and I think of little girls, you know, like innocence, dreams and stuff like that. We have Little Women too, so that could be important. It's one of my favorite books and movies. I love the 90s version. As many of you know that watch my channel and have seen it come out before, I always say it. Sense and Sensibility. Oh my gosh. You know what came to my mind was the sister, the older sister in Sense and Sensibility. She has like a lot of feelings, but she kind of shoves them down to be sensible, right? And whereas her sister is like way more, you know, outgoing about her emotions and stuff like that. But I always like that scene at the end of the 90s movie of Sense and Sensibility where she breaks down. I'm like, oh, I feel that. We have She Believed She Could, So She Did. A lot of high achievers. Our high achieving kind of energy here. Because we have Jack as well. What other book do we have? We have Pride and Prejudice. Okay, someone might be a Jane Austen fan. Again, pride. That's another issue there. They're kind of prideful towards each other. Right? Elizabeth and Darcy. And Jo is very driven. And she also has a bit of pride, too. We have love here. The cat. There might be an independence to this person. I always notice that the cat's facing away. So again, that kind of makes me think of like, you know, when a cat is not in the mood. Maybe this person turns off or something like that. Or gets too independent. We also have a watermelon. Now, I always think of watermelons as very sweet, but complicated. Right? Because you got to spit the seeds out. There also might be a lot of false beliefs. You know, I always think my dad used to tell me that watermelon seeds would grow in my stomach and I would grow a watermelon if I ate them. So, of course, I was frightened to eat them for a long time. What screwed up things have your parents told you? No, but anyways, but yeah, maybe there's like some misconceptions about, they have misconceptions about life or about themselves or something like that. That's what insecurities are a lot. It's our own misconceptions about ourselves. It's not accurate. And we have Aphrodite. I always say this. Aphrodite. It's a shell. It's a scallop shell. But those are, I associate these with Aphrodite. Okay? And that makes me think of like great beauty and love and affection. Again, we have the leaf coming out, which we had in another group as well, and that makes me think of changes, like things changing, seasons ending, that kind of thing. We also have a very intuitive connection. It's funny, I looked at that and literally I got the Pisces charm that says intuitive. Yeah, there's a very intuitive kind of connection. You guys might have some Neptune moon contacts in your synastry. There might be like kind of something that really just draws you in, because we have the moon here too. So this is telling me that there's something very spiritual but also secretive about this person. You might be dealing with someone that's an intuitive. Let's see. We have 2 hearts here. And again, we have that padlock heart. And we don't have a key, so maybe they have a little bit of a closed heart. We have You Are My Sunshine. So that might mean something. Maybe that song means something to somebody. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. But yeah, Pisces, Cancer. Pisces and Cancer, yeah, like I said, very secretive energies. They're water houses, and Pisces is very secretive. You know, it looked like what came over here, and I think of water as well. And I saw her kind of sticking out here, Ariel. And, you know, that can speak of like a love that's very different. 2 different people, 2 different situations. Very dreamy type of person as well. Oh, we also have the doozer dude. I always think of this as the Fraggle Rock doozers. Like a little worker. So maybe this person works a lot. Oh, you probably couldn't see anything. Oh, and we have Sagittarius. 2 Sagittarius charms. Oh, no, wait, sorry. That's not Sagittarius. I'm such an idiot. Sorry, 2 Aquarius charms. Why did I say Sagittarius? Okay, well, maybe Sagittarius was meant to be said. I don't know why I would say that. Because I know what it looks like. But maybe that was a slip of my tongue on purpose, you know? No, this is an Aquarius charm. So maybe there's some strong Aquarian energy, Uranian energy in you guys as well. Man, this is interesting. Okay. Also, Aquarius can talk about friendship and friendship groups, internet, and social connections like that. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I'm going to stop here because I know I've rambled like for 20,000 years and my camera's about to turn off. And anyways, I'm sending you guys lots of love. I hope this gave you some insight into your person. Let me know in the comments below if you like the reading, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 4 here with this Vesuvinite, this is your reading. So, very beautiful stone here. One of my favorites. I love green. Green's my favorite color, actually. I like a lot of colors, actually, but I guess it depends on what it's for. But I really do like the color green. It's very cheerful to me. Maybe it's because, I don't know. I don't know why I would. You know, with so much Aries, you'd think I'd like red. I do like red. It's not bad, too, but I like green. Okay, so what do we have here? Interesting on your person's feelings for you. Well, well, well. I took 2 songs for this group, and we'll get into it in a minute. You've struck this person by surprise, like big time. I think that you've really changed who they are. I think that maybe this was like almost like it reminds you of the energy when like somebody wasn't looking for something and it just comes like that. Honestly, my most important connections in life, like friendships and stuff like that, or situations even, like life-changing situations, even if it had nothing to do with necessarily another like relationship or person, they've come at me when I've really the least expected it. Like it was just, what? You know, I wasn't expecting that, that kind of thing. And I really get that vibe here strongly with this person. They might be feeling a little bit busted up about something, though, with the Tower. Like there's some sort of like stormy kind of weather inside of them, I would say, about this connection. There might be a desire to bust free out of a certain situation, too. I do wonder if some of you are... Okay, I feel like there might be a few different things, so I'm going to mention it. Either you and this person are kind of out of contact. Some of you might have blocked this person and they're feeling really upset about that. The other thing is that they might be frustrated because you're at a distance. That's a possibility too. Or they're feeling a bit confined in this connection, where they can't really like get to it like they want to, as an example. Which, you know, I guess my mind logically goes to distance being maybe a factor. Oh my god, you know what's creepy? Oh my god, look at that. I was just reading that Circles card, the little thing underneath it. And look at what it says. it says, clarity begins in the eye of the storm. I think this person's recently had an epiphany, and we're going to have to pull some clarifiers. I think this person might have had some big idea, like some sort of understanding recently, because the Tower can represent like a sudden like understanding. And with dreams coming true here, maybe they're having an idea of what they really want, or maybe that's what you've brought them, the energy that you've brought them. We have the Five of Wands. And this is about maybe fighting what is habit or what they've been doing that isn't good. Like you give this person a different perspective. There's the Queen of Coins here. The Eight of Wands. Man, they might have been feeling kind of boring or something, and you kind of came in and shook them up. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I didn't want to take that many, but they just kind of kept coming out. The Five of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles really makes me think of somebody who maybe was kind of stuck in a rut or a cycle. And something about you's kind of woken them up in some way. There could be, fears of competition or something like that, or wanting to compete for you. That is always a possibility with the Five of Wands. But the Ten of Wands tells me, I feel like a lot of you have really just changed this person a bit, especially where they were feeling kind of stuck in some way. Some of you might have given this person some ideas or inspiration in regards to work. I don't know why I say that. Maybe some of you have, or they've done that for you. I don't know. But there's something also about awakening like some sort of physical sensations. I think of the Queen of Coins, and I do think of like a Venusian type of energy, which can be about money, right? But it can also be about the physical act of like, merging, if you know what I mean. And so there might be something about inspiration in terms of work, or in terms of travel, perhaps, or plans, goals. I think also, like I said, maybe like being together physically, there might be some passion here on this person's end as well that's kind of unexpected, or like never happens to them, or not on that level. You know what I mean? Like there's just something like explosive sort of in the terms of how they feel. I think this person holds back saying a lot to you. Like they're actually like kind of cryptic or something, and they kind of hold it back. It's like, especially in terms of how passionate and romantically they're feeling, they might fudge up their words if they don't know exactly what to say. I think this person's very internal. They have a very active imagination, or a very active, kind of like, do you ever have that where it's like, so I saw this thing on Instagram today actually that I was scrolling through, and it said like, I wish that my mouth was like as smart as my mind or something, because it's like my mind has all these great things, but like I can't get it out of my mouth. And that's kind of what that reminds me of, like somebody who has like all these things they want to say, but they can't quite say it. It's like they almost say it and then they stop, or they get confused, or they question themselves. That kind of thing is what I'm getting. But this person, it's funny, the Eight of Cups is here, and it talks about walking towards something. But I don't feel like, it's not always about walking away from someone or from you. It's about, there's some sort of journey that's been awoken in this person when it comes to you. You're making them question things that maybe they didn't previously question. As an example, like there's something like, you see this girl in the ball here, and there's this shatter. Something's happen, or some people come into our life where we'll never be the same. And I think this might be an impact that you've had on this person. Like you've shattered some illusion or some sort of something in their life. The Eight of Cups is an interesting card, because I always say this in my personal readings, but it's like there are all these cups and they're upright, right? But they're not what this person needs anymore. And even if it's not all bad, right? Because the Five of Cups, they're spilled, and it's like, oh, it's so terrible, right? So sad. This isn't necessarily sad. This person knows that they have to go on a journey, like that they're meant to go somewhere else. And I think in some way you're awakening this person's journey. I do wonder if some of you have some North Node contacts in Synastry. Some of you may know that or not know it, depending on how well versed you are with your person's astrology chart. But it's like something's awoken in you. And I mean, North Node contacts, I know, I bet you John's going to pick this read. John, if you're here, I'm laughing. Um, I'm laughing. Uh, no, but I don't know. I've noticed in my own relationships, I think the most thing I've noticed in activity and synastry that's led to long lasting relationships are vertex, anti-vertex contacts, also nodal contacts, and angular contacts. And usually, if they're all three, it is a significant relationship. Like it will last like life, like my life, or for a very long time. Like actually, it's funny. I was just looking at vertex contacts because my children have vertex contacts with me. Of course, it was a life-changing event when I delivered them. So of course their sun and moons are on my vertexes, but because fate, kind of came in. But the anti-vertex and the moon, I've had that with a lot of my closest female relatives and friends. Funny. Anyways, and I have it with my partner. My son's on his anti-vertex. So always pay attention to the anti-vertex too, because when you look at astro.com, they'll show you the vertex. Just look at the opposite sign, same degree. Okay, so if you have I have my vertex at 2 degrees Capricorn, and so that means 2 degrees Cancer is also it's going to be on my anti-vertex. Okay, and then of course there's also trine aspects, you know what I mean? So if you had Scorpio at 2 degrees, you could trine my vertex as an example or whatever. So always remember that. But you can see that in the table on astro.com, but check those things, because there's something I think that you'll find with this person where you kind of are lining up, like your destinies are somehow intertwined or connected. There's some sort of impact that's going to be made. Now, whether or not people do the North Node, that's why I mentioned John, and I was laughing because he often talks about, and I've seen it a lot with the Venus North Node or Venus South Node, they'll say, oh, it doesn't last, and eventually you'll get sick of the person. Well, I don't know. I think that they just make some sort of impact or whatever. I don't know if it's unrequited. I guess it depends on other parts of the synastry. But anyways, I just wanted to say that. The song, you have 2 songs. So I took 2 songs, and the reason why I did that is because I first took just 1 song, and then I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to take 2 songs and then see how they coincide together? And actually I found that a lot of them do. And so we have Yeah Right by Joji, and then we have Apocalypse by Cigarettes After Sex. And well, that song is a very beautiful song. Go listen to it. It's very I guess sensual and sweet and kind. It's the perfect late night, get it on type of song. And then we have Yeah Right by Joji. Now, Joji I love this song. I can literally listen to it like 25 times in a row and not get sick of it. Now, the whole essence of the song is sort of like this idea of like, well, I watched a video about him, because I've never watched him before. But I saw this video and I was like, oh, let me click on it. And so he's actually so adorable. But he mentioned that for him, he wrote this song after he went to like a club, and it was just all kind of like superficial, people come up to him and he's like, do they even like me? He's a very insecure person, it seems like, which I don't know why. He's totally adorable. I don't think he's ugly at all. I don't understand, but I guess that's how we are, right? That's how people can be sometimes when they're insecure. They don't see what other people see, unfortunately. But he mentioned that, yeah, I was like, well, you don't give a single fuck about me, right? That's what the song's about. And maybe this person has some insecurities when it comes to you. Maybe they don't think that you really like them, or maybe for dreams coming true in the tower, it's like, oh, it couldn't possibly be this good. It's too good to be true. You know what I mean? Maybe this person's a bit of a pessimist, about themselves, about possibilities and stuff like that. So yeah, there might be a passive side to this person at times. But then we have that Apocalypse song, which, yeah, like I said, indicates some sort of like, desire on their part. And Photograph, it's like looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. So they might want to I think that this person really does want to make memories with you, by the way. And there is like some sort of like, I would say that this person probably often like looks at your pictures if they have some, or tries to look at them and see what you're doing, or thinks about, what you look like in their minds, in their mind when they're thinking, that kind of thing. Like, of course, there might be some kind of memories here too. My stomach is growling. I apologize. It's such a little jerk to me when I read cards. Okay. Interesting. I'm getting some messages for you, and this one already popped out. I can't be what you want, but you'll always be what I need. So this person feels like they need you, but they're afraid, perhaps, that they can't be what you want them to be. Maybe they're afraid that they won't meet your expectations. You know? Okay, so group number 4. I've been keeping my eye on you, and I'm scared of the past. So there might be some fear from the past that's kind of impacting them at the moment. There's also this idea that they're keeping their eye on you, so they are keeping tabs on you. They kind of watch what you're posting, as an example, if they follow you on social media, that kind of thing. I feel bad for hurting you. So maybe they've hurt your feelings in the past and they feel bad about that. I have regrets. So they might have some sort of regrets. It doesn't have to be connected to you, though. The regrets could be about maybe previous choices that they've made in their life or from their past. Again, if they're scared of the past, that could be something. I just don't feel the same. And I want to see you. I just don't feel the same. I'm going to clarify this because I don't really feel like this person doesn't feel the same way. I don't know. Maybe for some of you, if this is someone from your past that you're asking about that you haven't been in contact with or something, it might be that they don't feel the same. But I don't think so. Oh, okay. Maybe they put up some walls or defensiveness. We have the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Wands and the King of Cups. Oh, okay. Okay, I think what is going on here is that you guys both really care about each other, you and this person, but there's some sort of walls, there's some kind of boundaries. I think it's more about fear, honestly, rather than, and there might be pressure to do things at certain paces that the other person's not ready for. That can happen if someone's a little bit more of a slow mover than the other person. Maybe this person's fearful that they can't do something quick enough. You know what I mean? Like, they can't make it happen quick enough. Maybe they're going through something that they have to do. I'm not sure exactly how this is, going to fit because everyone has a different thing. But there's some sort of, I think there are obstacles between the two of you. It could be distance. And maybe, sometimes, like, if they're not a Neptunian person, you probably can't handle distance relationships very well. Okay, anyways. Because Neptunian people can just have, like, a fucking romance with, like, anything. Well, I mean, in any kind of situation, usually, because imagination's very high. But, sorry. Let's see. I want to see you, though. Maybe they're worried that there's something. I don't think, like, I just don't feel the same, though. I don't think this person doesn't have feelings for you, though. That's the funny part. Like, I'm going through a lot. But maybe you guys are just two different people. This might be implying two different personalities. I have a hard time opening up. Okay, I get it. Now, with the I just don't feel the same, like, this is a person probably that has a different way of processing emotions than you do. And that's one thing that can be challenging, is when we have two different styles of communication or two different styles of emotional sharing. People can feel like they're not getting their needs met, as an example. And that's, like, I think that might be what it is, to be honest. Because I feel like you both love each other, or you both really have strong feelings for each other, depending, obviously, keep it realistic. But with the King and Queen of Cups coming out, it doesn't matter your genders, there's some strong bond there, a strong emotional bond that's equal, by the way. It's on equal footing, but there's some sort of defensiveness. Again, this person could speak one way, and then you speak another, and then you think one thing, they think another thing, that kind of deal. And that can come from, maybe you guys have some difficult moon or Mercury synastry in your charts, in a synastry chart, because that can cause that kind of thing. Because if one person is like, say, like a fire moon, they're used to like high emotions and like go for what you want and express yourself and that kind of thing. And usually, if they want something, they go right after it, you know, especially like me, like I'm an Aries moon. So I usually be very direct. But then if you get like an earth moon, that's a little bit more, or a fixed moon, that's not so like expressive. God damn it, sorry, my stomach is pissing me off. It's embarrassing. I hate my stomach. Why does it always growl? It does it when I do Reiki too, which is like, you know, when you're giving Reiki, it should be like so calm and nice, and then it's like, and then there's my stomach making a performance. And it happens in personal readings all the time too. We have you're a unicorn in a world of sheep, so there's definitely something unique and different about you. But I was gonna say, yeah, about that is that sometimes, like, yeah, if they're a fixed moon or like some kind of earthy moon, maybe they're not as quick to show things, or they show things in a little bit of a different way. So if you're waiting for like them to match your passion, you're not gonna see that. You know what I mean? Because they don't do that. Like that's not their style. That kind of thing. So you might have some different styles with this person. I want to wake up beside you, because there's nothing here about a lack of feelings. In fact, I feel like this person feels a lot of feelings. They just don't maybe know how to express it or something. One more. Hold on. One more. I saw, by the way, we have to unblock me. So yeah, some of you need to unblock them if that's the case. or they want you to anyways. But no, I saw that you made me feel like a fool. I wish things could be different. It could have been different, and I appreciate our friendship. So there is a strong emphasis on like appreciating the friendship. I was gonna say, I saw that you made me feel like a fool, and I wonder if maybe there's something about this person that has a hard time opening up because they're afraid to look foolish. Like if they open up too much and then they find out you don't care as much, or that it doesn't work out, then they'll just feel like an idiot, you know, or a fool for opening up. So there might be a lot of fear on this person's part to kind of break out, because they're like, oh, what if it's all wrong and I just end up feeling like an idiot and stupid and blah 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 blah, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Okay, so that's how your person's feeling. Let's get some charms. I'm trying not to be like so long-winded like I was in group number 3. So 4. I got this country song in my head now. Okay. I'm stopping. I have a country song in my head from this charm here. I Will. And I got the song. There's a song, it's called I Think I Will, or For You I Will, by Aaron Tippin. It's an old, I grew up on a ranch, guys. So I listened to country music when I was in the, kid in the 90s. But there's this one, it says, for you, girl, for you I will. Can't hide the way that I feel. Something like that. I can't remember. Never been the type of guy to fall in head over heels. But girl, for you, I will. I think that's how it goes. Gosh, it's been many years since I've heard that song. But that came up into my head. So that could be like, never been the type of guy to fall in head over heels. So maybe that's like, this is not something this person's used to, which makes sense with that tower energy of like, what the, WTF. We have who rescued who. So there might be something very healing about this connection where you guys are each healing each other. We also have the Eiffel Tower here. This could, we have a lot about traveling. We have New York, well, here with the Statue of Liberty and the Eiffel Tower. So this reminds me a lot about traveling. There might be some sort of distance between the two of you, possibly. Again, there might be a shared love of travel as well. Or maybe you guys live in those places or speak, those kind of languages. Let's see. Well, obviously you're speaking English, so because you're listening to this. Okay. We have 2 Capricorn charms. So both of you could be very like work oriented or very focused on higher goals. There might be some 10th house synastry for you guys, or midheaven synastry aspects. Also Saturn. Contacts might be important to you. Again, this might be there might be a lot of responsibility, and maybe that's a thing. Maybe something about this feels irresponsible or out of the norm or out of what you normally would do. And this person's feelings might feel like that too. There's also some sort of like significant connection in terms of long-term purpose. Because the thing about the 10th house synastry is that's like shared goals, possibly. You know what I mean? Like having a similar path. Because that's what we want to be, right? When I was talking about the angles, and you think about a flower, and you think of the IC as the stem and the roots, and it kind of shoots up into the MC, and the leaves are like the ascendant and descendant, like how we interact with people, and what we take from people from nutrients to kind of grow. And then we have that blossom at the top, right? That flower head. That's what we want to be. That's the midheaven. You know, our goal is to be a beautiful flower, you know, in whatever way we want to be. And so there might be something about shared goals. Okay, we have a key here. So this tells me that there's significance here. Keys to me remind me of like significant events, something to be unlocked. I think that there are still things to be unlocked and understood in this connection. I think there's still probably a lot of potential to be uncovered. We have this shell here, which reminds me of Aphrodite, because that's the kind of shells I have on my altar. And that's a shell associated with her. And it reminds me like of love and affection and romance. So definitely a lot of romantic feelings here. There's also an intuitive connection here, so you guys might have like tune in really well to each other. There might be a lot of sympathy or some sort of like intuitive thing. It's like where you can finish each other's thoughts, or you know, someone mentions a song, then it pops up, or that kind of thing. We have 2 kitty cats here, so there might be an independent vibe to both of you. We have Hello Kitty though, so one might be a little bit cute. Maybe someone likes Hello Kitty. We also have, oh, that's funny, there's a peacock. I think of peacocks as kind of prideful. There might be a show-off behavior at times. But we have don't look back, that's not where you're going. So this is a connection that's meant to kind of help you get out of the past and cut things out. There are the scissors. There's a lot of things that need to be cut out, I think, in both of your lives in order to kind of move forward. And then we have always. I think this is a connection that could stand the test of time, to be honest, for a lot of you. Live the life you love, because it's about being who you really are and going where you really want to go. I think you found somebody that's important to you and will be important in your path, even if they don't stay forever, you know. There's a pack, there's a wolf here. This is the evil charm because it has no back, and sometimes when I'm in there, I stab my finger, and it's sad. But there's like kind of like that lone energy. Maybe you guys are some way like kind of. Okay, I'm back. My camera battery died, so I'm here. I'm going to try to finish this reading. I guess I was just talking too much. So anyways, I'm trying to remember what, I think that also, by the way, here, with the shells, I wanted to say this and it just came to my mind right now, that it didn't come earlier, so maybe it was a good thing I took a break. You know, I see all the shells, and I think shells as possibilities, kind of like, you know, different things that can happen. And maybe there are multiple destinies involved or something, or multiple kind of something. Maybe multiple people or multiple people's lives are impacted in this connection. That could be a possibility. The pearl always makes me think of something very special and rare and like treasure, you know? And I think that at the core of this relationship too, if you think about pearls are kept in, you know, this whatever clam thing, what is it? Clam? And, or whatever, oyster. There we go. I think that's what it is, not a clam, right? I don't know. Whatever. I'm not too familiar with all the sea creatures. Anyways, but yeah, it's like a kind of something very beautiful and unique. And also with Ariel. Ariel is one I hadn't talked about as well. Oh, and the bicycle. There's movement. There's the desire for movement forward. But I wanted to talk about Ariel. When I see Ariel, I always think obviously of her love story, which is, you know, with a human, and she's a mermaid, and she has to make a big change to her own lifestyle in order to facilitate the relationship. So I do wonder if there's maybe some kind of factor there of a lot of like changes. There could be a lot of differences. Maybe you come from 2 different worlds, and there's also like this kind of like dreamy type of nature to Ariel as well. And hopeful, and kind of willing to sacrifice anything too. So hopefully as well this person's, you know, kind of willing to sacrifice for you. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys that chose group number 4. I really hope it helps you understand your person better, and let me know if you resonated with the reading, if it hit some points for you, if it didn't. But I always appreciate likes and comments, so guys, let me know what you think. Okay, so take care, and I will see you on the next reading. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 5 here with this tree agate stone, this is going to be the reading about how your person feels about you right now. And like I said to other groups and stuff like that, this is probably reflective of their current energy. And of course, you can always come back later and it could be a little bit different. Let's see here. Oh, goodness. I see conflict. I do see a little bit of conflict here with that 5, the win or lose card here. This is a 5 of Swords. There is love here, but I think that there might be some conflicting energies here. Like maybe you guys are both kind of on different pages, or they might feel like you're not exactly able to see each other eye to eye or something like that. There's a lot of hopes and dreams when it comes to you, though. I'm going to look at your songs real fast. We're going to talk about that for a minute, and then we will get into the rest of the reading. So I took 2 songs for each group because I thought, well, first I just took 1 song, and then I went back and I was like, I'm going to do a second song to see if there are any correlations between the songs. Like, you know, like a theme. Well, we have The Weeknd here for you guys. Can't Feel My Face. So you know that one. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. That one. So again, that's kind of implying that this person really feels really good around you. And then, of course, we also have Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix. Now, that song's a really cute song. Not one of his, I guess it's maybe not one of his more famous songs, but it's actually about, well, I'll just read you the lyrics because actually it's quite short. And it says, well, she's walking through the clouds with a circus mind that's running around. Butterflies and zebras and moonbeams and fairy tales. That's all she ever thinks about, riding with the wind. When I'm sad, she comes to me with 1,000 smiles she gives to me for me free. It's all right, she said, it's all right. Take anything you want from me, anything, fly on little wing. So what's interesting is that there's some sort of comfort here implied. And I get that with the 2 of Cups. There's something very comforting about you to this person. They feel comforted by you. Perhaps you're very supportive of them. And you kind of accept them as they are. Maybe, I do feel like for a lot of you, this person feels like they can be who they truly want to be with you. It's almost like a fresh start or something like that. But I also get the feeling that there's something about you that feels comforting to them, I guess you could say. There also could be a dreamy nature to you, because the first verse of that song is all about kind of like this very fairy tale, dreamy type of girl that he's singing about. That doesn't mean you're a girl, but it could mean that there's something very fairy tale-like about your connection, about their feelings. Like it feels like fate and like kind of magical or something like that. And we have the star too, which, you know, is about feeling hope and for the future. So I think that there is some sort of hope that something can happen between the 2 of you. I think that they're feeling like you complete them in some way, although there has to be some sort of blockage here, because we have this card here and the Grim Reaper. And the Grim Reaper says the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. Now, it's going to be different. For some of you, it might be that the relationship has ended and you're not seeing eye to eye at the moment. And they might be feeling that like pretty hard right now. Although I think that either way they're hoping for better. The other thing is that maybe there are certain things that need to happen in your own life in order to facilitate being on the same page or being able to kind of meet each other eye to eye. As an example, that 5 of Swords could be conflict between the 2 of you, but it could also be conflict in your lives that kind of keep you apart, as an example, as well. Like, maybe there would have to be some drastic changes to make something happen in this connection, they feel. You know what I mean? Whether it's like, you know, ending a relationship or leaving, moving or something big. You know, like big changes, you know? Maybe leaving a job if you guys work together, as an example. But I can see somebody who really cares about you deeply, feels, if you want to know if they feel a soul connection to you, or like, you know, they feel in tune with you, they absolutely do. Okay, tell me more about the 5 of Swords here. Why are they feeling the 5 of Swords? There's definitely a lot of desire here to put it in, if you know what I mean. Let's see here. Yeah, there definitely is something here. With the 2 of Wands, there's something that's kind of twisting their head about the situation, about you, about their feelings. There's something that create some sort of conflict, and they want to make sure that they make the right choice. I feel like they really want, what do they really, 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 really want, but despite everything? The Empress, the Four of Swords, what do they really, really, really want? The Magician. Well, to make something happen together with you, to marry you possibly, to literally maybe sleep with you in one bed, because Four of Swords can be sleeping. And the Empress, the Magician, like maybe doing, talking without restraint as an example. Yeah, because there's something here that they really desire, because the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands are both very energetic type of cards. They like really crave something, but there's that Two of Wands in the middle showing that they're kind of back and forth. So maybe if you get some hot and cold from them, that could be why, because they're kind of indecisive. Yet I would say that generally they want to take action towards you, in general. And what they would want, well, the Empress, like I said, it could be like a physical union as an example. It literally could be like being able to like sleep in the same bed, calm peace between the two of you, like just kind of the Four of Swords is just about rest, you know, and it can be about retreating together as an example, and just having like all this time to kind of talk and get to know each other, explore things perhaps to create the reality that this person's hoping for as an example, that kind of thing. But yeah, it seems like it's kind of stopped by Two of Wands, and Two of Wands can talk about like waiting for something to happen as an example, waiting for some sort of result, or it could talk about travel as well. So if there's a distance between you, that might be what's stopping them, you know. And maybe that's why I keep getting the sleep in the same bed thing, you know what I mean? Because if you're far apart, you can't really do that. I don't know why that's coming to me, because it's not exactly how I would normally interpret that card. But yeah. Yeah, I think this person would want to be with you. That spirit self, it says, be who you are as you are. And again, I think that this person, if you are wondering, I think that they want you to be who you are as well. Like they want to be able to meet you. That's so crazy. Actually, look at the imagery. She's looking through one keyhole, he's looking through another. They're looking directly at each other. And so there's a lot about kind of like meeting eye to eye as well. Maybe timing or is something here that this person feels is tricky. It's like when you're ready to talk, they're not, vice versa, or something. Maybe your schedules are conflicting, or there's something about, I don't know, there's something there about that. For sure. Let's see. Let's just ask a little bit more. Angels, how is Group 5's person feeling about them? They want to say something to you, I'm getting here. Ace of Swords and the Magician. What do they want to say? We're going to do the what do they want to say cards, but let's see. They want to converse with you, talk with you. They might want to talk dirty at the Queen of Wands. They might want to talk about your actions, your future together as an example. They might want to make a comment about your beauty as an example, or sort of like something encouraging as an example too. They do want to have some sort of conversation about cutting through the shit, like the bullshit, or through the fog. If there's like some sort of lack of clarity. I'm wondering if you guys have kind of an unclear future or something like that, and they might really want to kind of understand what that's all about. And that might be something that they want to do before they make any moves as well. But I want to say that this person's like wanting to hold on to you. There might be a little bit of a possessiveness, or and a lot of daydreaming too. I think this person thinks about you quite a bit. They like to manifest all their kind of daydreams into reality. But there's something that there's a lot of things that they want to say, is what I'm getting. So I'm going to be interested to see what pops out over here with these cards, because there's definitely something that they want to like kind of talk to you about. Let's see here. I'm actually, one second, I'm going to take, like I did for another group, I want to grab a few of these cards here. Group number 5. Let's see what person want to Lordy be. Yeah, I knew it. Sexual union. Time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. I'm not taking the bottom one. Okay, so we have sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. From there you will find true bliss. Yeah, there's a definite desire, like I said, to kind of unite, especially in terms of like a sexual union. I think they would want to really like get with you, essentially. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So there's something here about authenticity. Maybe they want you to be more authentic. They want to be more authentic with you. There's something about that here, and hopefully that makes sense to you. We also have time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. So maybe there is some sort of time that kind of needs to pass or something, or it can't go too fast, or too quickly, as an example. Maybe you guys have a little bit of a different timing. And then when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. That's interesting because it kind of reminds me of the vibe here. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. And that's exactly what life is about. Because if we sit there and we make decisions based on guilt or what we think we should do, we miss out on great opportunities. People lose careers all the time that they really dreamed of because they're too busy trying to chase what they think they need to do, what's responsible, as an example. Same with the relationships. People will stay in unhappy relationships just to kind of keep them together, even if it's not really truly what they want. You know what I mean? So there's something here about being authentic and kind of following your truth. And again, like maybe, if it's like at a long distance or something like that, for some of you, it might be like, oh, well, it wouldn't be responsible to get, it doesn't really work in the logistics and and then it's like, but you miss out on an opportunity for true happiness, you know what I mean? So there's something here about that. It was funny once, my husband and I were parking. It was when we were living in Moscow, and our building was always super packed with cars. And but I would always I would stop teaching lessons at like in the evening, right? Because I did a lot of evening classes. And we would get back and it would be packed, and there would be like no place to park, and some people would be like running their cars and idling there. And one night it was like we searched everywhere, and he was like, saw this guy, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go ask him if he's gonna move his car eventually. And I was like, don't ask him, he's gonna say no. And I was kind of negative about it because I was like too shy, even though I wasn't even going to do the asking. But and he's like, well, I'm gonna try, what the hell. And the guy moved for him, and which didn't always happen. He tried that again afterwards, and many times he was told no. But he's like, if I wouldn't have asked, I would have never gotten anything. And that's life. Sometimes we have to like speak up or do what we really want. If we want something, we have to take that risk to maybe be told no, or or have it fail, as an example. So anyways, let's see what's going on in terms of what they want to tell you. So what does this person want to say to them right now? What do they want to say? Really? So why can't we have a happy ending? That's very reminiscent of the star, wanting a happy ending, wanting something untouchable and seems so distant and maybe difficult, because the star only comes after the tower, which is, total disruption. I'm trying to let go. So maybe this person's trying to stay detached or not to get too attached to this connection in some way. Maybe they want to try to like, I hate how far apart we are. So again, I think for some of you, there's probably distance here. It could be emotional distance too, by the way. Or just not seeing a whole lot of each other if you're not at a physical distance. Oh, we had one flip over. Where'd it go? Trust in Me. That's a song by Etta James, so you can go look that song up. It says, trust in me in all I do. Have this faith I have in you. What is it? Trust in me in all you do. Cling to me, Daddy. And You're a unicorn in a world of sheep. So again, this person might think of you as a very unique person. Does your person want to say? I want to wake up beside you. I told you. I told you. I want to wake up beside you. That's like what I was saying, in the same bed. I appreciate our friendship. Yeah, let's see. I'm like shaking my desk. I'm pretending I don't care. So if this person kind of acts a little bit distant, this is them pretending that they don't give a they don't care as much as they do. They care actually a lot more. I'm hiding my true feelings. Yeah, so this person's also hiding a lot of their true feelings. I want to actually ask what that is, because now I'm kind of curious. I need a break, and then I saw another one flip over. Where's it at? I wish things could have been different. So for some of you, they need a break from this connection. I don't think that's going to be for all of you, though. And maybe this person does pull back a little bit when they're getting too emotional. And then I want to hold your hand. So there's a lot of desire for physical contact here. And then we have, I want to make a move, but I chicken out. So again, they might have ideas of like making some kind of move, and then they kind of get too shy. Let's see. I want to ask about one of these cards here. I'm going to clarify it for you guys. For the majority of you, like, what is this true feelings? What kind of feelings are they hiding? What kind of feelings are they hiding? How much you affect them, essentially. How beautiful they think you are, or how perfect. Yeah, they want to, some of you guys, I think it's a good chance that some of you, this person wants to like literally marry you. And they're not like, maybe they pass it off like a joke. I don't know if some of you had that, or there's something here about they're hiding how much you really affected them. Wow. There's a tower. No, the star. The tower, you know, it's funny. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, so Empress is associated with Libra, like, right, or Taurus. Venus energy, essentially. I guess Taurus, sorry, never mind. But whatever. Anyways, it's a Venusian energy. And that's so weird, because I was just posted on my Instagram, because I was waiting for the battery to charge, right? And I was listening to a song came up that I really like, and I've always liked this song for many years now, and it's Here With Me by Robot Coke and Susie Sue. You should go look that song up. But it's a beautiful song, and it's like one of those songs that I never get sick of. I can literally listen to it like for 8 times a day for like 3 years in a row, and I'll be like, cool. You know, love it. Not like some other songs that you get sick of. But you know, when I was looking at this song, it popped up on my shuffle today in between. And I thought that the lyrics, I just was listening to the lyrics in a little bit of a different way, and I thought, man, this sounds like Uranus-Venus synastry. And I went to go find their charts, because they wrote the song together, right? Robot Coke and Susie Sue. And I went to go look at their charts, like find their birth dates, so I could run a synastry chart on them. And sure enough, they have Uranus-Venus conjunct in their synastry, right? And they have Neptune, a bunch of Neptune, and they both natally have Neptune, which I wasn't surprised to see, because the rest of the song is very Neptunian as well. It's like, oh, reaching you to you from the endless dream, so many miles between us. That's so Neptune. And then, but the Uranus-Venus, it's like this feeling begins just like a spark, tossing and turning inside of your heart, exploding in the dark. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is definitely something that has affected them a lot more than you might think, right? Because the Four of Cups is like a card of, you know, not sure. And yeah, this person thinks you're like the best thing in the world. So if they're acting passive, they sure as hell don't feel that way on the inside. Just saying. Okay, anyways, that's what I'm seeing for kind of what they'd want to say and stuff like that. And again, I think that they kind of chicken out. Maybe they don't have the confidence always to say what they want to say. Okay, so let us get some charms. Dun 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 dun. Ta-da. Spirits and angels, group number 5. Guide me to the right charms. Do you think I took enough? Should I take like 5,000 more? Okay. Okay, let's see what's up. I'm gonna start. Oh my gosh, look what's in this shell. Hiding. A locked heart. Oh my god, that's so cute, isn't it? It was in here. It fell in here on the table. And shells are like holding secrets. Secretly, they have their heart locked on you. That's so adorable. I've never had that happen before. Okay, cool. So we have like a lot of zodiac charms. Like, oh my god. I think I grabbed like everything in the universe. And look at this. We also have some that fell on the button. We'll look at those in a minute. Oh, there comes a cat. Okay. We have Sagittarius, Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, Pisces. And we have Leo. What else? Let's see. Aries. We have Scorpio. I think that's all of them, right? Okay, I think that's all the zodiac. So we have like a lot of signs showing up. These might be prevalent in your chart, in the person's chart. It doesn't have to be their sun sign. It could be their moon, their Mercury, Venus, Mars. You know, it could be in your synastry as an example. Like, I see me right here. Aries sun, moon, Mercury, and Venus, and I have an Aquarius descendant, and I have a Leo rising. Anyways, no, but these are in Sagittarius, could be like ninth house stuff going on, Sagittarius energy, and then we have that Cancer energy, Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces, lots of stuff here kind of showing up. So go crazy with those. We have loyalty here with the fleur-de-lis. I think of loyalty. Someone once pointed that out to me, and I thought, you know, that makes a lot of sense, actually, that it would be like maybe represent something loyal. And also kind of like a legacy in a way, right? So maybe there's like a person who, we have two cats here. So we have kind of two maybe very independent people in some way. Because I often think of that too when I see like cats' independence and kind of like that solitary stuff. Maybe you guys both kind of turn off sometimes or need inward, you know, your inward time. This person wants to have children with you, I think, or they've thought about it, okay? I get it not only from the Cancer charm, but like we have a lot of children things going on here. We have this this charm here in particular, which is like, it looks like a mom swan and a baby swan. And then we have like a little girl as well. I mean, maybe, and we have made with love twice. Two made with love charms. And that makes me think like really that there's something here about like kind of creating something together. And maybe not children if they don't want that, but it may be creating something together with you. And maybe some of you are mothers or something and they like that, but you know, that's not going to be probably only a few of you. Let's see here. Or they could see you as a mother, which makes sense with the Empress too. We have this Arthur fist, so they could be like a little bit frustrated. Sometimes, or maybe you guys get frustrated with each other. It's like so his fist here is just kind of like so there might be some frustrations here on their part. We also have a butterfly here, so that talks about transformation and fragility. You know, butterflies are very fragile. So maybe it's like hard for them to be vulnerable because they're actually a very fragile person emotionally, you know. And look at that, we have strong is beautiful, which is funny because that kind of, again, maybe this person finds you to be very strong as well, you know what I mean? Because even though, do you think about butterflies being so delicate, they, you know, manage to kind of like, you know, get a lot done, even though their wings are like so thin. And they're easily damaged. We have live, laugh, and love. I would say this person really finds you to be fun. There's a lot of loyalty here, as I said, too, because we have this little ghost dog, Zero. There could be some focus on work. A lot of like maybe work talk or career stuff or kind of like very busy people, or you're very busy, they're very busy, that kind of thing. We have I will. You know what I feel about the I will charm in particular? I do feel like this person's pretty determined to do what they say. And maybe if you guys have noticed that they're a little bit quiet, maybe they don't like to promise. Maybe what they're saying, if it sounds ridiculous to you, is something that they'll actually do. But also it might be somebody who, if they haven't said very much, it might be because they don't want to promise anything that they can't keep, because they prefer to be a loyal person, hopefully. That kind of thing. We have the peace. So this person's a peaceful person, and they feel peace with you, I think, in general. Like there's something very sweet and kind about you. And then we have this horseshoe, so lucky. And star, like, and I think of wishes and stuff, like wishing on a star. And then we have that star card here too. We have angels watching over me. So you might have this connection, like, you know, kind of handled by angels. Or, again, this person might feel that you're kind of angelic. There could be some sort of angel reference. We have this bird here. It's like a sea, it's like a teardrop. There's something about, like, perhaps like freedom, the beach. Maybe they want to wake up with you on the beach. Okay, let's see. And then we have the cameo. We took too many charms here, I'm sorry. The cameo reminds me of someone who thinks you're very beautiful, feels you're a very beautiful person. And again, there might be like an emphasis on like looking at your pictures. But the recycling, there's something to be gained from this. You know, from this relationship. I feel like they feel like that there's something to be gained, that there's some purpose here, that something can be created here. Maybe some old things have to go, right? Because to recycle and get something new, you have to kind of, well, you have to recycle it. And then we have Rapunzel, which Rapunzel's locked away, you know, in a tower. So again, this person might feel that you're at a distance. They can't really reach you. Or there's a lot of like kind of, maybe they feel like you're a little bit trapped, or they're a bit trapped. There might be some feeling of feeling trapped and of wanting to get out. There could be also, you know, it's like Rapunzel knows that those lanterns mean something, you know, in that cartoon, Entangled. And so maybe there's just like a knowing that there's something meant to happen, but they don't know what it is, and they want to see it, you know, or they want to see where it goes. That kind of thing. So yeah, I think I covered all the charms, hopefully. Oh, the tennis racket reminds me of like good conversation, kind of back and forth, like ping pong, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah. Anyways, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I really hope that this reading helps you and it resonates with you, and let me know what you think. I'm sending you guys so much love. Take care of yourselves, okay? And I'll see you all in the next reading. Bye-bye.